here, YouTube here. Super excited to be on today, sharing with you a little bit about my journey and what I think are the keys to success in this online space in 2024 into 2025, right? These 3 tips have made me hit the top ranks of my company, stay at the top ranks of my company, have massive success in this online space, and I want the exact same for you. So as you guys are coming in, say, hey, let me know where it is you're coming in from. Smash the heart button and say hello. Let me know where it is you're coming in from. Super excited to be here. For those of you that are new, definitely make sure you say the word new below. I will make sure to give you a special shout out as well. And then make sure you share this with your team. Okay, so let's take a look at it. What has been the key to my success in this online space? And let me just say that somebody said to me today, they're like, you make it look so easy. I'm an 11-year success story, okay? So I want you to remember that number one, it's not going to happen overnight. And anybody that tells you that you pick up your phone and you start making content and you're gonna go viral and you're gonna be successful and you don't have to put in a lot of work, they're fooling you. That is not the case, okay? That is not how this space works at all right? So the first key to my success has literally been consistency, okay? It has been being consistent every single day and showing up, building what would be number 2, a brand. Okay, there are days where I absolutely do not feel like showing up. But guess what? I show up anyways. And then I'm proud of myself because I went and I did it, right? It's easy to do and to be like, oh, I don't want to show up. And so you don't show up, right? And I always equate it to going to the gym, right? When we go to the gym consistently, guess what happens? It gets really easy to go to the gym, right? You're like, okay, I'm in a groove. I can do this. Like I'm working my muscles and I can do it. What happens when you go on vacation and you stop going to the gym for a week? It's really hard to get back up and go back to the gym, right? You're like, oh, I don't want to do it. This is so hard. And then you're like, oh my God, this is so sore. It becomes daunting, right? So what happens is when you do that, hey, Shirley, how are you? When you take your foot on the gas, off the gas, on the gas, off the gas, you know what happens? It makes it really hard, right? It makes it really hard to continue to stop. And so the thing is you want to remember that an object in motion stays in motion as long as, like inertia, right? As long as it keeps going, right? As long as it keeps going. So you've got to make sure that you are number one, consistent. And you've got to get through the suck in order to get through the other side, right? I have never been amazing originally, right? Like think about this. When we have children and we're talking about and we're like, go read, right? We don't expect them to read a chapter book. We expect them to get better over time and to build the skills. The same thing happens in our online business. It takes time. It takes consistency. It takes getting better each and every day. And so I have failed forward a lot of times. And that has been one of the keys to my success. Somebody said to me, you're not afraid to do it and you're not afraid to fail. Absolutely. I am not afraid to do it and I'm not afraid to fail, right? Because I really don't think that there's such a thing as failure. I think there's such a thing as growth and learning and doing and getting better each and every day, right? So number one, the key to my success has been consistency. Drop the word consistency in the comments if that makes sense to you, right? How many times have you, and be honest, right? How many times have you you're like, okay, I stopped. This isn't working. I post something, nobody commented, nobody wants to join me, whatever, it's not working for me. And then you're like, maybe 5 days later, you're like, oh, you know what, maybe I should just try it again. And so then 5 days later, you try it again, and you maybe go for 3 or 4 days, and then you're not consistent, life happens. And so Raise your hand if that is you. Drop a me in the comments if that is you. And I know that I'm not alone here. And I know that one of the keys to my success is that I have been consistent to a fault starting the last several, years. Okay. So number one, it's been consistency. Number two, my business flourished when I started to build on YouTube. When I started to build on a different platform than every other network marketer, online marketer, and I started to look at what SEO could do for my business, okay? It didn't happen overnight. Everybody's like, well, how long does it take? Guess what? As long as it takes to have success. You know what I mean? Because again, it goes back to the consistency. For me, it was a month, 3 weeks, a month before I started to get my first sale. I've had people that have been doing video and taken my YouTube course and they haven't had success and it's been 6, 7, 8 weeks. But you know what? They're consistently showing up. So again, it goes back to that consistency piece, right? But YouTube has literally and truly skyrocketed my business, right? It is my bread and butter. It is the number one platform that I use to grow my online network marketing business, right? 100% YouTube. If you haven't seen my masterclass yet, drop the word masterclass if you want the masterclass to my YouTube. And then let me know also, have you guys built on YouTube? Let me know if you've built on YouTube before, because I'm telling you, it has been a game changer. What happens is I put out weekly content on YouTube. I have people joining my team. I have people buying my products, all basically not on autopilot because I have to put out those videos, right? But it is my baby. You can ask my assistant. It is the only social media platform that she does not help me with, because what I do is I have to do it all on my own, right? Because I know that it is literally the bread and butter of my entire business. So when I started to build on YouTube, it had been a complete and total game changer for my business. I've recruited hundreds of people because of my YouTube videos, okay? So number two, this other key to my success was consistency, right? YouTube. And then number three has been branding myself, okay? I have never been a spammy butthole. And I'm just gonna say it. I've never been a spammy Tammy, a spammy butthole. I always provide value first, and I have conversations about people if they're open to me, right? But by and large, I have people that come to me and they're like, Julie, I want to do what you're doing. You've had success. How do you have it? Hey, Debbie, how are you? How do you have so much success? I want to do what you're doing, right? It is because I have branded myself and I have put out an obscene amount of value, an obscene amount of content just like this by showing up consistently day in and day out. I haven't taken my foot off the gas, right? But I created a brand. And I want to share with you what happened to me when I first got started in this network marketing space. My God, I feel like it's been 11 years at this point, which is absolutely crazy, right? 11 years ago, I got started in this network marketing space, and I started with a makeup company. Now, you can see, like, first of all, I have a cold sore on my face. So, like, did I want to show up so you guys could see this? No, I didn't want to show up, but it's important to show up today, right? I haven't gotten one in like 7 years, and I got one this weekend. But it is what it is, right? But I was with a makeup company. It was the first person that had ever asked me if I wanted to do network marketing. And I was like, okay, but I don't wear makeup, like that's a problem. And so what ended up happening was I was like, I need to brand myself because I'm not the makeup girl. You're not gonna see me doing get ready with me videos because I barely know how to apply my own makeup, let alone like teach you how to do it. You know what I mean? And so what happened was I was like, okay, how do I brand myself? Because I'm not going to be the makeup girl. Well, guys, I have been with my current company for 6.5 years at this point, and I am so glad that I was not the makeup girl because my company is no longer in makeup. right? But I branded myself. I talked about confidence. I talked about mindset. I talked about consistency. I talked about anxiety and stuff to overcome the stinking thinking that happens, right? And so when I was able to then brand myself, put out massive amounts of value, what ended up happening was my business grew, right? And I know some of you are thinking, they're like, well, I don't have any value to offer. Yes, you do have value to offer. What could you talk about for 10 minutes if I called you up here and I was like, come and do a live? I want you to share with me what you're talking about, right? Like you've got 10 minutes. I'm not going to prepare you. What could you talk about? What lights a fire underneath you? It doesn't necessarily need to be your network marketing company at all, right? It doesn't need to be your products at all. What value can you offer your audience so that they learn from you, right? And then I had somebody the other day, because I have a group. I have a group for just feeling overwhelmed, feeling anxious, mental health. And I started this group. And if you guys aren't in the group, drop the word Zen in the group. We'll make sure that you get the link to the ZenGen group. But in the group, you're gonna add, like, you're gonna get a welcome message from me, and it says, like, in there, like, I sometimes promote products, like, is this, would you like some information about the products and stuff, or do you just want to be a part of the group? And I had this woman, she messaged me, she said, is this a bait and switch? And I was like, no, I give thousands of hours of free content. Yes, do I recommend things that I strongly agree with and believe in? Absolutely. If you have a problem with that, then it's probably not the right group for you, right? No harm, no foul. I don't care. I can't be everybody's cup of tea. But the bottom line is I've created my brand and I've been consistent and I put out so much value to help people. And that has truly been one of the keys to my success over here in this online space, okay? Is value, branding, consistency, and then YouTube. I can't deny what YouTube has done for my business, okay? I don't want to deny what YouTube has done for my business because it's been a dream come true. So anyways, guys, I hope that this was helpful. Hashtag value in the comments if this has been helpful for you. I want to make sure that I'm giving you guys as much value as I can in order to be successful in your business, right? And it is my goal to have you guys be able to have the financial, the freedom that I've been able to have, because there's nothing really special about me. Those are the three things that I think have truly been the key to my success, right? Consistently showing up even on those days that, like, I might not want to, like today with a cold sore on my face, right? I can't believe I'm even telling you guys I have a cold sore on my face, whatever. On those days that I have to be building, I build on YouTube because I know that it's going to be a different social media platform, because at its core, it's an SEO platform. I think it's super important for everybody to be building on a social media platform and a social media platform. You hear me talk about that all the time. And then number 3, I have been able to brand myself and not my business, not my company, because I think it's so, so, so important, right? So you guys, I hope that was helpful. Hashtag value if it was helpful. Let me know what other questions you have. I'm always happy to answer them. I hope you have an amazing week, and absolutely go and crush it. Have a good one. Bye, guys.